Grieving mother Christine Wansley, a nurse practitioner, targeted by a wave of negative reviews after the mysterious death of her son, Nolan Wells. Supporters call it unfair and cruel. Look at this shit. Would not recommend her. Tammy McQueen, unfortunately, I'm looking for another medical provider. I do not feel Christine has my best interests at heart. I should be treated the same as her patients that share her skin color. I wouldn't trust her to cure anyone. I don't hate anyone that wait, I don't hate anyone that much to recommend her. Her oath is do no harm. So TMZ thought they just came out with a bombshell and was just gonna shit on everybody, I guess, because they hit us with this. Exclusive, baby. But we ain't buying this shit. Nolan Wells evidence shows he was on island. So it says they got evidence. So evidence apparently shows Nolan Wells was still on Horn Island when his friend's boat left, TMZ has learned. Sources with direct knowledge of the investigation claim authorities have evidence of Nolan being on the Mississippi Barrier Island after the boat departed on the 4th of July, which would be a huge development. We're told at least 2 witnesses who were interviewed by law enforcement say they saw Nolan on the island after the boat headed back to the mainland. That's significant for many reasons. TMZ enhanced the audio of Nolan's friend's frantic call for help when their boat was sinking. And people believe you can hear someone saying, is he dead? But our sources tell us people on the boat have heard the enhanced audio and are telling people around them the audio is only panic from the boat sinking. But what about the words they were saying? They say the call is from when one of the guys on the boat, while Pyron called Ceto, a private tow service. However, the sources wouldn't elaborate on the specifics of what was said during the emergency call. Our sources explained that even though Ceto was sending a boat to tow Nolan's buddies, a friend in another boat saw the commotion and towed them instead. Nolan's self-described best friend, Warren Hudson, recently told Brandon Tatum on the Officer Tatum show that he last saw Nolan at 3 p.m. that day, but claims he talked to somebody personally who saw the teen at 6 p.m. on the island. Hudson also insists he and his friends weren't even the last people to see Nolan, alleging there were still dozens on dozens on dozens of boats around the island when they left. He said his friend group told Nolan to get on a boat when they were leaving, but he decided to hang back. Terrible choice of words to say hang in this moment. Nolan was reported missing that night and tragically turned up dead in the water a couple days later. His parents are conducting their own investigation, and the independent medical examiner was sent Nolan's body without his throat, lungs, and the original autopsy photos. It's Monday Funds Day, meaning go ahead, install free cash app in your doggone phone. Run it up, run it up, run it up. You got to hit 25 before they cash it. You know what I'm saying? Before they throw you your year, you got to hit 25 on there. So run it up to your 25, and then you can get out. Cat's already making about a good 25 piece to 100 piece. So get your pieces today. Y'all know what's happening with free cash, Ceddy Nash on a Monday. Hit that goddamn QR code right there. Let's get on with the content. 2 people saying that they saw Nolan Wells. That could be as easy as a phone call and somebody saying, hey, you know, say that you saw Nolan, man. I don't want his mom to think that, whatever the hell, we left Nolan on the island or whatever the hell. They may not even have been that direct. They could have said, hey, man, you guys keep a lookout for Nolan. We left him on the island, man. Just look out for him if you see him. Take him on a boat with y'all or anything. There could have been an alibi created with those 2 individuals, or they could be flat out lying. Could be. I don't know this to be true. I'm just saying. I know good and damn well if I would have did some mischievous shit, creating an alibi would be one of the first things that I would do because that makes the most sense. Now, TMZ dropped that because of the audio that we all heard. Roll it.
Sam here with a Nolan Xavier Wells update. And Gianetta Brantley has done God's work, and she has separated the audio from the emergency call. And just a trigger warning, you guys, this could be the incriminating evidence we've been looking for. Listen to this.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and Our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
It's really hard to hear. Use your own ears. See if you hear what she transcribed here. Again, at the very end, allegedly, a strong allegedly here, you hear "damn it, Bart," but Bart was supposed to be out of town and not there. So I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if this is a break in the case, but Attorney Ben Crump, please listen to this audio. Let us know what you think, guys, but this does not sound good at all. I love you guys. Secret Service Sam out, Samson for president of the world.
Because TMZ can't explain that away. Really, nobody can. We're all now set on how the hell are they going to try to spin this one? And will whatever y'all try to spin with that audio, will the people believe it? Because we got a contradictory story from somebody who is related, aka the little sister of Katie, and she say ain't none of that shit true. She goes as far as to say he got on that damn boat. Check it out. Exclusive, baby. Mystery woman Nolan Wells' friends say he was chatting to when they left island is identified, as her sister shares conflicting account that has troubled Black teen's family. Ooh, Easties, that's gonna get crazy. But I'm not finna pay that money for this, so we're gonna skate back. So new details are emerging about the final hours before Nolan Wells disappeared, as conflicting accounts from people who were on a remote Mississippi island continue to raise questions about what happened. According to Daily Mail, the woman Wells was reportedly speaking with before he disappeared has been identified as 19-year-old Katie McCormack. Wells was last seen on Horn Island July 4th after his friends said he chose to stay behind on the island while they returned to the mainland after the boat developed issues. His body was found 2 days later. Ashley Cole previously said that her son Warren spoke to Wells around 3 p.m. on July 4th when Wells indicated he would get a boat home with another group of friends. Woman identified in Nolan Wells' case disputes claims he chose to stay on Horn Island. However, McCormick's sister, Gracie, disputes the claim that Wells intentionally stayed behind and continued talking to Katie. And this, I guess, is a timeline. The result of the private autopsy of 18-year-old Nolan Wells have come back inconclusive. Nolan Xavier Wells, an 18-year-old who died on an island off the coast of Mississippi with his parents, Christine and Elmore Wansley, in an unredacted photo released by the family, Attorney Ben Crump, on July 10th. So we're just going to keep on going down because this is just giving us a timeline. So here you go right here. Katie had a conversation and assumed that Nolan was getting ready to get on a boat he came out on. Gracie McCormick told the Daily Mail, Katie assumed the friends telling him to get on the boat wouldn't have left him. According to Gracie McCormick, Katie was on the island with a different group of friends and later left with her brother and his fiance. She said the family has fully cooperated with investigators and Wells' family. Katie McCormick has not spoken publicly about the case. The differing accounts have become a focal point for the Wells family and their attorney, Ben Crump. Attorney points to contradictory witness statements as investigation continues. She's saying he went to get on the boat. They're saying he didn't get on the boat, Crump said. Somebody must not be telling the truth. Authorities have not publicly identified any suspects or indicated foul play. The investigation remains ongoing, and Wells' official cause of death has not been released. Now, unless some major breakthrough happens, what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to look at the GPS. And we're going to look at the actual stuff that we're supposed to look at. My bad I remember the GPS video. I just forgot about it in the moment, of course. So we will see how that goes for tomorrow. But here's what we should be leaving a lasting impression with is why did nobody's story match up? Nobody's story matched up. There's the belief that, hey, Nolan Wells just drowned and all this shit and everything. And, he wandered off, probably chilled in the water and sat in the water or something like that. And then the waves swept him in and he tried to swim back, but then the current took his ass. Like, that's very possible. It's a very believable thing. But then we had the issue of, well, if that did happen, when the hell did he put his shirt on? Because we were told and we were seeing that Nolan Wells was out there just swimming with some shorts on. I know some of y'all from the South, it's swimming trunks. Man, on the West Coast, we just call them shorts. We don't call them swimming trunks. That ain't our thing. Called shoes. Y'all probably call them sneakers and all that. We call your trunks, your swimming trunks. We call them shorts. So miss me with that shit. So you have that going on, but at the same dang time, just gonna be fair, square, obvious, and honest. The fact that we have conflicting stories with the last two known groups to have seen him, I don't know, because it looks like she's going, check to them, check to them, check to them, and they going, check to her, check to her, check to her. Somebody got to cash that check because we didn't do shit. Opposing views, opposing sides. So that's why it's important to get everybody individualized or individually, pardon me, get everybody individually and sit their ass down and say, hey, when the last time you seen Nolan? Okay, what about this, and this? And what the individuals who are interested in this case, what they're truly interested is, did you press these youngins as though you were conducting an interview for a murder instead of trying to gift them an alibi and a way out? I will not ever apologize for this shit because I don't give a damn. We do not trust Mississippi at all. I lived in Mississippi for years. I don't trust that shit. My grandmama from Dundee, Mississippi, she ain't trust that shit. So why the hell are we finna believe y'all? Y'all got the wretched past. Y'all did the worst shit. Y'all screwed over people. This ain't an us thing. Remember, what was it? August 11th, 1981, with Philadelphia, Mississippi. Was that it? I think it was Philadelphia, Mississippi. With them talking about states' rights and all this shit, because when they started having to make things fair for black people, they got mad about that and killed some people and all this shit. Well, I can give y'all a real history lesson on this shit. Or is it Philadelphia, Alabama? Hold on, I gotta check this. August 3rd, 1980. And yes, in Philadelphia, Mississippi, with the states' rights bullshit, which was really undertoned for white shit. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. We don't trust you, Mississippi. We never have and we never will. Like y'all always try to tell us, you gotta prove that shit. Y'all didn't even want to change y'all racist ass flag. If y'all don't know anything about that, y'all might want to go back to cover these Nolan Wells stories. But yeah, we don't trust you, Mississippi. Never have, never will. Plain blank, period. Y'all only change y'all flag because of money. But hey, it is what it is. Subscribe, try the best to notify, and share to keep your people aware. Yellow Beezy. Got a huge W, but huge L's. Matter of fact, let me play this 4-minute video for y'all. Actually, nah, we won't do that. Go to my Instagram, type in Ceddy Nash, and you can find all about it. But he took some W's in court today. Click right here for that video or click right here for the playlist, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Y'all come on back now, yeah?